Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha, the ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga, the description of the people with devotional tendencies, with the divine tendencies and the demonical tendencies. So, and Sri Krishna is, in fact, he had told Arjuna that I am going to tell you in details about these demonical tendency people. And he has told us so much about these kind of negatively influenced people who are rutting in the hell after hell after hell. They don't have any chance of liberation till they receive the grace of the Lord. So these people, with all their the negative tendencies built into them, it is not just the negative, these are the evil tendencies. If it is negative, which is harming to themselves, that doesn't matter. But they are evil tendencies. They don't want to create any kind of ill for themselves. But they can create ill for others in order to fulfill their lustful desires, in order to fulfill their greed for the wealth. They can do anything. These are so ruthless people. That is the type of people of these demonic tendencies, these demonic traits. And they will perform at times, they will perform some kind of, the sacrificial rituals, the worships, the pujas. They will donate. But that is just merely a show-off. It is just a pomp and show. It is the pomp and show for an act of ostentation. I am doing it just to earn name and fame. Because these people, they are so much self-conceited. Sri Krishna has said that they are atma-sambhavita. They are stabdva. They are stubborn. They are so self-conceited. They are so stubborn. And the pride of having amassed the wealth, of pride of being such accumulated so many riches. Dhanamana madanvitaha. That is what Sri Krishna has told about these people. And then they will perform some sacrificial acts, they will perform some worship, but just the namesake. Yajante nama yajnaste. They will perform this yajna, the sacrifice for that matter, just for the namesake. And there is a hidden motive in it. It is not done with a pure heart. It is done with the dambha. It is just an act of ostentation. It is an act with a hypocritic intention. It is all hypocrisy. They are performing these acts. And not only dambhena, but even avidhi purvakaha. Contrary to the scriptural injunctions. What is the aim of certain puja? If we go through the scriptures, There is, for all the acts, for all the sacrificial acts, for all the rituals, there is certain intent. That what am I supposed to get out of it? And with that intention, with that noble and holy and pious intention, these acts are performed. But for these people, there is no holy intent. There is no pious desire to get something good out of it. And therefore, when they perform these rituals, it goes without any scriptural injunction. It is contrary to the scriptural injunction. They don't follow the exact methodology of performing that puja. Just for the namesake, they will do something. And in the process, they will try to get the name and fame. That, oh, this fellow has done such a great, wonderful thing. That is the most unfortunate part. And Sri Krishna says that these people filled with all that arrogance and pride and the self-conceit and the pride out of resulting out of that amassed wealth, they keep on doing such wretched things, such evil deeds, that these people ultimately, what happens to them? Now, Sri Krishna has told us basically that each and every being, the Lord is indwelling in each and every being. Now, if that is the thing, if that is what the Sri Krishna has told us, then what about people like these? What about people like these asuras? What about people who have these kind of demonical traits? Is not God dwelling there? The same God is on one side. Sri Krishna has told us that I am there in sarva bhuta hite. I am there for the welfare of all the beings. And then what happens? For these people, that doubt comes in our mind, that what happens to that indweller in these, the asura tendency people. And Sri Krishna gives that answer to that doubt in this 18th shloka. Sri Krishna says, ahaṅkāraṃ balaṃ darpaṃ kāmaṃ krodhaṃ cha saṃśritāḥ māmātmaparadeheṣu pradviṣanto'bhyasūyakāḥ. These people who are filled with ahaṅkāraṃ, egotism, that pride, balaṃ, they have the power. They have so much of power, they can inflict any kind of wretched act upon anybody. Any kind of evil deeds they can do. They have that power because they have amassed wealth, and one who has wealth can perform, can do anything unrighteous. For them, doing unrighteous is no great deed at all. So, they have that pride, they have got the power, balaṃ, then darpaṃ, the haughtiness, high-headedness. Who can be equal to me? That is what Sri Krishna told, one of those traits of these people. Who is there who can become equal to me? I am the supreme. So that darpaṃ. And then kāmaṃ krodhaṃ cha saṃśritāḥ. Having taken refuge in what? Having taken refuge in the lustful desires, kāmaṃ, and krodhaṃ. If that desire doesn't get fulfilled, then naturally the anger raises its head. So they have taken refuge in these things of kāma and krodha. Kāmaṃ krodhaṃ cha saṃśritāḥ. Having taken refuge in the lustful deeds and the anger, when that lustful desire is not fulfilled, what happens? māmātmaparadeheṣu. māmātmaparadeheṣu. They don't recognize me dwelling in their bodies. Mam, that is me, atmaparadeheṣu. In themselves, in dwelling in them, and also atmaparadeheṣu, in their own bodies, as well as pradviṣanto'bhyasūyakāḥ. And they start pradviṣantis, they start hating. They start hating abhyasūyakāḥ. These malicious people, they start hating others. They start hating me, in fact, dwelling in all the beings and also dwelling in their own bodies, in their own physical stuff. I am there, but with that, headed by that pride, headed by that arrogance, headed by their lustful tendencies, that haughtiness, that high-headedness, they start hating me who is dwelling in them. These malicious people, these people of the asura tendencies. So they fail to recognize even the fact that the Lord is dwelling in them. They fail to recognize that fortunate existence of the Lord in them. This indweller who is there in that body, they just fail to recognize its existence and they start hating. Because they have that tendency of Ishvaraham. I am the Lord. I am the Lord. I am the greatest. Nobody is equal to me. All that darpaṃ, all that high-headedness, haughtiness has entered them. So these unfortunate people, these malicious people, these people with the demonical tendencies, they cannot recognize the divinity that is all dwelling in them. Who is the real indweller? Who is the real Lord sitting there in their hearts? That they just fail to understand. And Sri Krishna says, it is not that just they fail to understand that reality. They start hating me. They start hating me. Māmātmaparadeheṣu pradviṣanto'bhyasūyakāḥ. Pradviṣanto'bhyasūyakāḥ. These malicious people, they start hating me who is dwelling inside their bodies. How much, what an unfortunate situation these people, they end up into. Given over to egotism, power, insolence, the haughtiness, lust and anger, lust and wrath. These malicious people, they hate me in their own bodies and those of others. They don't hate just me in them. They have total disregard for the Lord dwelling in all the beings, all other beings. So, as far as these people are concerned, Lord is not there in them at all. And they don't give a damn. They have least respect, they have got least adoration for the Lord who is sitting in the heart of all the beings, who is the real indweller of all these physical bodies for that matter. The ultimate reality within each and every physical body is the Paramatman, I mean the Jivatman, which is a fraction of that Paramatman. But these people, they pay no heed to it. Men of demonical disposition magnify whatever little merit that is found in them and claim for themselves qualifications to which they are utter strangers. Basically, they don't have any positive attributes. Whatever they have, they just keep on boasting about it. Under the garb of that delusion, under that dragnet of the Maya, under that dragnet of delusion, they think they are the great. In reality, there is no stuff in them. There is not a single positive attribute in them. But they will keep on boasting such great things about themselves. They will have all that fanciful ideas about themselves. I am so and so. I am so and so. It is impossible to rid them of conceit born of ignorance. Nobody can remove that the fanciful idea that they have created for themselves. That I am a great person. I am the Ishvara. I am the perfect soul. I am Siddha. Nobody can get rid of those ideas from their minds. The power that is theirs is utilized for humiliating others. The power that is there in them. They have the power, no doubt. But it is all misdirected towards humiliating others, towards troubling others, towards bringing out all the misfortunes on others. That is how they utilize the power which they have somehow accumulated by the unjust means. The insolence inherent in them goads them ever into the wrong path. That is what. And once that insolence has seeped in, then they are only onto the wrong path. They are only onto doing unrighteous things. They are only onto doing the evil and wretched things. That the Lord's benign presence is in the heart of all is denied by them. They don't, when they start thinking they themselves are the Lord, then what about the Lord in all others? No, that concept is not there for them at all. The concept of that Lord dwelling in the hearts of all, including me, that concept is totally eliminated from their mentality. They think they are the Lord. They think they are the Ishvara. By sense indulgence, they despoil their bodies, which are all the temples of God. The body, our body is a temple of God, because this Jivatman is dwelling inside. But having ignored this fact, having not understood this fact, under that the dragnet of that delusion, since they are groping in the darkness, they don't know what is there inside. They don't know this body is a temple of that indweller. They don't recognize the fact that there is some great being which is there inside them. And instead, they start boasting about themselves. They start having pride about their own fanciful ideas about themselves. By hurting others, they commit the same offense against God again and again and again. The downfall of the demonic is in this way sealed. And the moment they disregard the presence of the Lord in their heart and in the hearts of all, the presence of the Lord in them and in all other bodies, irrespective of any the species, whether it is animal kingdom, plant kingdom, disregarding the fact that the Lord is the indweller, they keep on performing the unrighteous acts, and in a way they themselves sign their misfortunate after result. They themselves write it. It is through their own karmas that, like Sri Krishna has said, they keep on getting into the impurest, the foulest of the hells, and nobody can then take them out. They have to be just repeating their cycles in those unfortunate hells, the foulest of the hells. So they themselves write the script for their hereafter. They themselves write the script of what is going to them once they shed the body. They themselves write that script of what is going to happen once they are out of this world, out of these physical garb. So Sri Krishna says this is how these people with the demonical tendencies, most unfortunate, they fail to understand that they are themselves. It is like cutting their own feet with the axe. So Sri Krishna is now going to tell about the downfall of these demonic tendency people. How he has already told us, they have to rotten in the foulest of the hells. What happens next? That also Sri Krishna will tell in our next reading. Till then, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.